likes to start.
Yeah, and then like imagine we're like an hour into the episode, and all of a sudden we're like, oh shit, I forgot to record, and all right, let's redo everything again.
Oh man.
Like, sorry, Mason, you're gonna stay up. No, you fucked up. All right, it's recording. So time to do the countdown on my hands, and we shall get started. Hello, everybody. My name is Alejandro Ortiz. You are listening to a Random Gamers Corner. I wait. What? Yeah. Fuck. Let's restart that. What did I say? What did I do wrong? Was I trying to do a second intro like of myself?
I don't think so. I think you're fine. I don't know what you were freaking out about.
No, because I
So,
was about to. After I said the podcast name, I started like going off like I was about to introduce myself again. And I'm like, wait a minute, I think I already did that.
wait a minute, this sounds familiar.
All right. Well, it sounds like I just said it a minute ago. How weird. Oh well, YouTube will get a kick out of that. Okay, time to do that all over again. Hello, everybody. My name is Alejandro Ortiz. You are listening to a Random Gamers Corner. I'm joined by my co-host Mason,
Yes, sir.
and we are here with another episode that's on time. Thank God. And yeah, it's gonna be a little, actually, good amount of here and there, kind of bit of news. Like first, I'm pretty late on this. I'm pretty sure compared to other Nintendo podcasts, but it's a video game podcast, so we're kind of later on those kind of things. Um, yeah, quick rundown of some games that are supposedly on the Gran Turismo. What the fuck? No, on the Game Boy Advanced games that's supposed to be for the Switch Online. I mean, that'd be pretty cool. And then I just want to like list down some things that I found on this supposedly real Super Smash Bros. Themed restaurant. And of course, we also gotta talk about some bit of odd WWE related gaming news as well. And last but not least, just gonna go over this funny interview line that I didn't think was real, but is from let me see, Shigeru Miyamoto. If I butchered that, you know me, I'm the butcher when it comes to podcasting. So yeah. But first off, Mason, how you been, man? Like, what you been up to?
I've been all right, man. I've just been, doing my thing. How you been doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing pretty good. Um yeah, I've been doing pretty damn good. I finished playing Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, and I finished playing Bayonetta, which was pretty fucking crazy game. I love it. The sad part, I know that kind of game style will kick my ass no matter what, and it certainly has kicked my ass multiple times. But I am very interested in the series now. I want to play Bayonetta 2. Unfortunately, when you see it being when I see it on the Switch, I'm just thinking, God, do I want to play this game that it requires to be actively looking around your surrounding for your enemies, but you got the fucking drift system, the drift issue going on. So I was just thinking like, why can't they just make Bayonetta 2 like already available like other consoles? I'm pretty sure maybe for PlayStation it's already available. Not sure. But another thing that also makes me very excited for Bayonetta 3 more than before to be coming out, because other than just fans waiting a long time for for her game to be coming out, now it's just like, okay, now I see the appeal. Like, this has a lot of kick ass action. But yeah, Sacred Stones, Bayonetta, and other than that, mm, yeah, I've been doing pretty good. Just still need to see Multiverse of Madness. God, I didn't see that movie. Oh, and got a cool kick ass Spider-Man shirt from one of my sisters. Cool.
You
But
also,
hmm,
you started Final Fantasy VII.
that's true. Yeah, I have done that. And if you guys haven't seen that, I have my Twitch and description. Yeah, be sure to check that out. I'm waiting for Mason to put something now and again on his Twitch, just so I could like put his thing inside there, or else I don't want him to feel bothered by it. But yeah. Oh, right. And I think for like the last bit of the episode, do like a little quick review of Sacred Stones. It was a really fun game. I really don't get no, I don't say the hate, but I guess I just don't see the dislike about the game. I found it pretty fun. But all right, let's get started with the episode. I wish I could do edits just so like that could like sound like a bigger ass clap or something. I don't know. Okay, so what do you know so far about the Game Boy Advance games that are supposed to like come out on the Switch online?
This is actually news to me. I had no idea. Yeah.
Ah, dude, I've been sharing shit on Twitter. Okay, then. All right, so all right, cool. Okay, so this is only the list I found right now. They apparently had like file names, so that's how they're able to like go through and decipher whatever shit was like. I'm pretty sure that's the wrong term, but whatever. Figuring out like what will be the games that are gonna be coming out on the Switch Online for the Game Boy Advance section. So we have Astro Boy Omega Factor. If you are very young, you will have no idea who Astro Boy is, and I feel bad for you. You should really check out who that is. This is like one of the not starting protagonists for like of an era, but like one of the old classics. Then we have Car Battler Joe. Never heard of that. So okay. Castlevania Era of Sorrow. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. And there's Castlevania Circle of the Moon. Then you got Choo Choo Rocket, Drill Dozer, Fire Emblem The Sacred Stones. So if you have the Switch Online, then hey, there you go. Like you got your chance to play it. If you got the Switch Online, not gonna like advertise the service. Just like if you get the moolah to like, you know, spend on online for the month or whatever, then hey, check it out. It's again, I really enjoyed the game. Then we got F Zero Maximum Velocity, Game and Watch Gallery 4. I don't know what the hell that is. Golden Sun. That's a really good game. Didn't finish it. I got stuck on a certain level because I lost the game. So that's how you get really stuck on a level. Then you have Golden Sun: The Lost Age, Gunstar Superheroes, Harvest Moon: Friends of Mineral Town, Kingdom Hearts: Chain of Memories, ooh,
Hey.
Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, Koro Koro Puzzle Happy Pikachu. I thought it was going to be Pikachu. Then you got Kuro Kuro Kuren. Wow, okay. Lufia, The Ruins of Lore, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, Mario Golf Advance Tour, Mario Kart Super Circuit, Mario Party Advance, Mario Tennis Power Tour, Mario versus Donkey Kong. Oh man, it's like Godzilla versus King Kong, but you know the originals. Well, no, I don't know. I forget how far back games could be. But yeah, Mega Man Battle Network 5, Team Proto Man, Mega Man Battle Network 2, Mega Man Zero 3, Metroid Fusion, Metroid Zero Mission, Mr. Driller 2. That's not a bit suspicious for a video game title. Ninja 5 Please tell me that's a police force where like it's all ninjas and like you get to go fucking slice up criminals' ass. Like that'd be fucking amazing. Then you got Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team, Pokemon Pinball, Ruby and Sapphire, Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3. Huh?
Is it Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire or Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire? Like, is it?
Yeah, Pinball Ruby and Sapphire. I'm just thinking like, how does that work? Like, is it legit two versions of one damn pinball game?
I don't know.
That was suck
I was
ass.
a
Like,
little excited because I was hoping that Emerald would be added, but I guess not.
what kind of sick bastard does that? Like, just add like the legit games, not the pinball. Like, well, come on. I mean, I love pinball as much as the next guy, but come on. I know people are big fans of the Pokemon games.
Yeah.
Super Mario Advance 4, and then put not the colon, but whatever. Super Mario Brothers 3. Then you got Super Robot Tizen Original Generation, Tactics Ogre, The Knight of Lotus, Warrior Land 4, WarioWare. I'm sorry if I say my art is weird, but yeah, WarioWare Incorporation, Mega Micro Games, Yoshi's Island, Super Mario Advance 3, and The Legend of Zelda Diminished Cap.
Hey, That was the very first Zelda game I ever beat.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
those those Zelda games could be something else when it comes to like beating them. So
When
I
is
mean,
when are they supposed to be added?
they're gonna be added to the Switch Online, um, Switch Online membership service, but for the Game Boy Advance, like they're adding the Game Boy Advance section now.
Yeah, when is this?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's it's fucking not hacked, but it's I forgot what the hell that term is. Like it's what we like when we find out like early stuff for Fire Emblem Heroes.
Data mine.
Data mine. There you go. Yeah. Sorry, but yeah. So it's data mine. So it's not like a specific date yet, unfortunately. But hey, I mean, I find it pretty promising. Those games are gonna be coming to the at least to the Switch, but not except about the online part because those are all games. Why not just sell them? It just makes me wonder like again about the whole why sell? I mean, why make Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon Blade of Light available to buy for a limited time just to like take it away and then be on online like it? I just don't understand Nintendo's practices at all. But hey, if those games could be on there, then who knows? Like it could only be a matter of time before maybe DS games come on to the Switch. That'd be pretty interesting. I'm holding a bit of hope, but not too much hope because well, we already discussed like how bad their practices are where in the last episode or so. I mean, it's Nintendo, so who knows? And ironic for this podcast, moving on to more Nintendo stuff, the Smash Brothers restaurant that I didn't know exists, but certainly I guess it did, especially on Twitter. But okay, I'm just gonna list off some of the things that are on there. The Donkey Kong, no, the Donkey Kong chicken sandwich, 11.95. I think it's kind of like I'm gonna see if I can show this to you in the camera at least.
Damn.
Sorry, audio listeners, you're probably not gonna be able to see that, but then you got it's like a crispy fried chicken, hash brown, American cheese, lettuce, and tomato. Then you got the Mario Smash Burger, like 11.95, 12 pounds, I guess. Two beef patties, American cheese, fried onion. I mean, it looks kind of okay, but I don't trust it. Then you got the normal stuff like loaded chicken fries. No, okay, cool. Then you got giant Mario Smash Burger. Then the Bowser loaded burger. Donkey Kong sweet chicken sandwich. Walu, they didn't spell Waluigi right, but yeah, Waluigi. Buffalo chicken sandwich. I'm pretty sure it is probably like not on Nintendo's permission whatsoever. But yeah, that's the little fun fact for you today. If you didn't know that, there's a Smash Bros. Burger joint out there. I don't know, Mason. If you were able to like make a video game branded restaurant, what would you have it be based off of?
Fuck. Video game theme.
Oh, damn, good question.
I know I mentioned this game a lot. I would say Ghost of Tsushima. I don't have all the food items be like ancient, like Japan type.
Shit, that'd be pretty good. With some pretty good cuisine right there. Maybe mention it a lot. Maybe like mention it here and there, but like no, don't oversell yourself. No, don't put yourself down. Yeah, no, mention as much as you want. I mean, shit, you mentioned like when something is not even close to samurais. I'm just kidding, but yeah, I just found it very strange. But now I was like thinking like, is this legit? When I look at it, like all the stuff, I'm just thinking, oh, sometimes there's like a lot of names, but it's nothing like really specific flair to those kind of items.
What about you? What like game thing would you make?
I mean, Cooking Mama has a pretty good brand, so I'm just it'll be too easy. But now I'm pretty sure Fire Emblem will be like a good theme because first off, they got a lot of good options as long as they got the material, of course. But let's not forget they also got a lot of good options for teas as well. And I'm always like a coffee guy, but I know that it'll be better for my heart to like drink some tea more often. So Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, try to see maybe I can find teas that actually don't make me sick to my stomach.
Have
Now
the
dissing on
fruits,
tea though.
have all like the fruits and stuff just be like little JPEG images.
I'd be fucking dying. Like I would say, like, all right, I'm ready to pay $10 for this fruit. It looks delicious, and then like after like 30 minutes of waiting, they freaking slap it on the damn fucking table, and it's just like a picture. I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, this is food. Eat it. I'm just saying, like, you sick bastards. Where's my money back? I'm like, give me my money back, and they're like, sorry, I already went to the printer. I'm like, what the fuck? God, I'd be heated.
Gotta pay for ink somehow.
That's a lot of ink for just like a JPEG image. Like, what the hell? I mean, I could just done this at home. Oh, but before we continue on, I just want to do a little thank you for another 5-star review. I don't think we've done this one, but yeah, 5-star, top notch is like the main title. As a longtime fan of the series, the Fire Emblem content on the show is fantastic. Thank you. I listen every week and am constantly learning something new. That's the mark of a good podcast, and I highly recommend putting the show in your weekly rotation. From Eric, the Unlockables podcast. And Eric, thank you very much. That definitely means a lot to us. Like that's pretty awesome of you. And for sure, we will be. I mean, pretty much gonna be adding a shout out right now, like saying, people, if you haven't heard of Eric, him and his podcast is pretty fun to listen to. I personally find it very enjoyable to just pretty much listen to, or else I wouldn't be listening to it. But yeah, I love their content. It's nice to just like just pretty much relax. I don't know. I feel like I always repeat myself with some how I describe some podcasts, saying like, oh yeah, it's nice to relax. It was never saying something like, oh yeah, I listen to this for the stress. I just listen for the stress, but no, they're fun to listen to. They got really good content. They've been around for quite a while, so you got plenty. You got plenty of content.
I listen to them for hot takes that just get my blood boiling.
And the reason I know this says like the latest, I mean their first episode was kind of like February 20, but like he did, I believe he did mention the second podcast, so I'm assuming that one must have been around longer. But honestly, like from the way like his content sounds, he sounds like he knows what he's doing and is very professional. Like so, yeah, give him a listen, folks. And once again, thank you. It really means a lot to be seeing another 5-star review in such a short time from the other one. I was just like, oh my god, it's over a year. We finally got something. Okay. All right, moving on from the mushy stuff. Now, for the weird WWE related stuff, if you don't know, WWE is pretty much like worldwide wrestling, and you must have lived under a rock because I think you gotta hear at least once, especially from Dwayne the Rock Johnson being out there doing the weirdest action hero shit in the latest Island. He always is. You never noticed that? No. But yeah, IGN tweeted this out. WWE superstar Mike the Miz Mizanin, oh, weird ass name, is throwing his hat into the ring to play Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat 2, the upcoming sequel to the 2021 video game movie adaptation. And if you don't know the Miz, he certainly has a ego to match up with Johnny Cage's ego. Like, dear Lord, you haven't seen this guy's work. Like, yeah, he's been a major heel. Like, I think throughout his whole damn career, honestly, and never changes. It's just pretty much like the opposite of Johnny Cage's, fucking John Cena's babyface run. Damn, my bad. So I guess I could sort of see it. Like I could sort of see him, pretty much like having the ego and being able to act like Johnny Cage, but having the whole fighting style and such. I'm not sure. What about you? Like I know you said you sort of heard of him, or haven't really.
I've heard he has an ego and he's kind of an asshole, but that I know nothing about WWE. I know it's like The Rock and fucking John Cena.
Yeah,
Just like The Undertaker. I've heard of that guy. Triple H. Who's the Mexican guy that's got a mask?
Rey Mysterio.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think Dave Bautista used to be one too.
Yep, you're right. You got that right. Doing great, man. You're like, it's a very foreign thing to me, but I quite know a lot.
I just know names. Like I don't know anything about them.
Oh, all right, for sure. But so yeah, there's that bit of news. I was thinking, like, oh, okay, that's a bit odd, but I could believe that sort of thing could happen because wrestlers do game like us as well. I mean, some of them got gaming channels, so yeah, if you didn't know that, now you know. But then there's another IGN bit of news. Wow, they're getting some shout outs even though I didn't want to, but um, in a lightning round interview, WWE wrestler Cody Rhodes said Ocarina of Time is the best Zelda. To which Stone Cold Steve Austin replied, "No, dude, Breath of the Wild, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so."
Is that like his motto or something?
That's his fucking motto. Like that's his like catchphrase or so. But yeah, I was thinking like how crazy that they both know, you know. I don't know. I just think how can I say this without sounding insulting? I just still find it like uh it takes some time for me to realize like, oh right, like these guys got other interests other than just wrestling. It's not like once they get home, like they just start playing wrestling games or watch wrestling movies and that's it for the rest of their lives. Like they got other interests. But yeah, I was not expecting like Stone Cold to be talking about Breath of the Wild. I was just thinking, oh, okay. I thought I was just gonna be drinking beers and kicking ass like in spare
Yeah.
time.
Whenever you think of like Stone Cold Steve Austin, the first thing that comes to mind isn't fucking Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Switch. That's like his like big ass like hands just like
Oh man, considering like he's a very buff dude, he probably needs the pro controller, but even then, like that's just small. That's
probably
pretty
has that
fun.
like
Like
a custom one made that's like bigger.
with the skull on it. It has to be with the skull on it.
I guess I don't know.
Oh right, yeah, I forgot. Either. I mean, yeah. I believe the skull will be on there, but I could believe Cody Rhodes would like at least be a fan because like relatively young dude still, and I don't know. I mean, no, it's like a decade since I last seen him, but still relatively young. But I can believe that he like knows quite a lot about Ocarina of Time. So yeah, there's that bit of news stuff. Oh, other than the fact that apparently there's supposed to be an AEW trailer that came out. I have not seen it, but wow, that's crazy. I mean, who knows? Maybe WWE 2K finally got some competition on wrestling games. Well, no, I cannot say that. I'm such a fucking liar. No, Wrestling Empire showed that it could be just as interesting as WWE games, maybe even more so than the current ones right now because, well, they just got a lot of variety. I mean, just look at our third co-host, Nathan's freaking YouTube channel, Nate Habibi, by the way, where he played Wrestling Empire and had like some crazy ass scenarios already, like breaking his bed when he got out of it, then like just like finding his whole locker room right before starting a match. It's a great game. I would highly recommend it. It's on the Switch and on Steam as well if you're interested. Like I say go for it.
Speaking of Nate, go buy his book American Icarus available now.
Uh,
is it on Amazon? Is that where it's at?
yeah, Amazon.
And then you can buy the what's it called?
Digital version.
The audiobook.
Yeah, you can buy the audiobook or the digital version. Much cheaper, and it supports them more because I don't know,
It's
marketing is
cheaper, I
weird.
guess, and it's more affordable.
I guess so, but I don't know though. I'm not an author. I mean, I'm just a podcaster. Big difference. So, so yeah. Other than those two out of the way for WWE related stuff, well, and again, AEW, which is pretty much a brand of it. If you don't know who the hell, I mean, if you don't know what the hell AEW is, it's also another wrestling company. Yeah, there's more than one. Who would have thought? And I'm not saying like, oh, we all forgot about TNA, but I don't think I've heard about TNA news in such a long time. You would think, oh shit, they're still around. Yeah, and that's how you know I'm still a wrestling fan. Okay, the last bit of random news. Honestly, we're really good on time. It's just 25 minutes, barely. Jeez. Okay. Um, the last bit of like random bit of random gamers news is pretty much this funny line that I found on Twitter once again. Of well, who would have thought? Shigeru Miyamoto how his feelings were about, Legend of Zelda. So here we go. This interview guy's name Kushida. Thank you for this very interesting conversation. Would you like to leave a final message to the readers? Uh, Sorry for saying something. Sorry. Miyamoto said, "This Zelda was like losing my virginity in the sense that we were making something completely new and never done before. But we can make it so that playing will be a much more pleasurable experience as we get the hang of it." He just had to say pleasurable. Yes, even though one may call it an adventure RPG, there are many games nowadays that seem to be polite to the gamers. He put the emphasis on polite. But with Ocarina of Time, it all depends on the player's will and how far he wants to go. And she nowadays, I mean, hey, things change. This is a game that will take a while, and when you do beat it, you'll be saying, "Ha! So I didn't just waste my life." uh, it's funny, like just how.
That almost sounds like a response to those two wrestlers who were talking about like Ocarina of Time is the greatest. No, fucking Breath of the Wild is. It almost sounds like a response to that because he brought up both of them.
I know I didn't structure it that way. I just like found like, oh right, here's my screenshot of this, here's my screenshot of this. So wow, I mean,
This guy talks
that's
about losing his virginity as being the same as Breath of the Wild.
oh my god.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Oh, I know, no, Ocarina of Time, but yeah, imagine though, like that's fucking hilarious. But I do find it interesting that he said that adventure RPGs like nowadays it seems like those kind of games are like polite to the gamers, and like for some people may be thinking like, what do you mean by that? Okay, time to show my age. Older games back then, you only got like a set amount of lives to stick around in the game before like okay, that's it, game over. Like you gotta restart the whole game over, not just like starting over from a checkpoint. Like you're just fucking dead, like DED dead. So don't worry, I know how to spell that. That's a Robin Hood Men Tights reference. But anyways, then there's also the fact that some games were just Nintendo hard, and that's like an infamous kind of thing, infamous kind of trope, where some games will just kick your ass, even like on, and you go for easy difficulty, it'll still be a difficult game, and just because, well, that's just how they're structured. Like you just get, uh, trying not to borrow from Dark Souls phrase, but pretty much get good. And I just find that interesting though, because yeah, I can see the whole adventure game, RPGs, whatever games these days are like a bit more polite to the gamers. Like, oh, like let me give you a helping hand. Like, oh, let me give you this 1 hour to 2 hour tutorial on how to get your ass up and running. Or, oh, you're suffering. Oh, okay, you can skip this fight. Like, don't worry about it. Like, I remember those kind of instances where I was saying, oh, this makes my life a bit more convenient. But I know that like Elden Ring, that's a game that everyone's talking about these days. You hear about that game, and I'm not sure there's another game, but that game will be very difficult. Like that will kick your ass, and you just kind of like have to learn, um, pretty much learn how to handle bosses, actually learn their pattern, and pretty much get good at the game and not keep failing, like fail until you make it. So it was just kind of cool. I was like, damn, that was a different era back then where a lot of games were like a bit more givable than we're used to. Hell, I don't think we even had like easy mode around those times either. I don't know. Like, what are your
Usually it's
thoughts
like
about?
after you beat the game, you now unlock the hard mode of the game. It's like I
You're like,
wasn't
what do you
playing
mean?
before.
Like, what do you mean? Like, has this been all a joke? Oh my
I
gosh.
remember, I think there's something going around about Elden Ring how though like someone was like releasing like a an easy version of it
Right.
to make it easier on people. People like that defeats the purpose. It's supposed to be fuck you hard.
Yeah. I just again, I just feel like I'm just showing my age where I'm just thinking like, way back in my day, we get our asses kicked and we just get back up. But now it's just, oh, here's easy mode. Just take it and leave it.
There's actually a thing on Elden Ring that normal game. Where if you have like friends like helping you through the game's actually harder. Like the
Right.
enemies have like more health and they're like harder to take out.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that, and I was like, sort of like that. Like at least say like, oh well, we can't make it too easy for you guys. I mean, you obviously know what you're doing if you're gonna be having more people in your group.
I mean, you can summon, you can uh, summon like little spirit things that help you. You got mad. Like it's too easy now. If we had it be the same difficulty with friends in, it would just be a breeze. Gotta do something.
Exactly. So yeah, I was like, thinking that's smart game design. Just to say like, okay, well, we gotta make this team work harder, or else maybe they don't feel as fulfilled, or well, they'll get too many rewards too fast. I don't know. I mean, pretty sure game design is kind of difficult at times because if I were to think about it, I will wonder, oh, geez, how would I how would I make sure that the players could have fun but not beat the game too easily? Understand? Like, all right, let me just put in this one enemy that could like, kill them in one shot, and then that's it. That's difficulty. But then it'll just make the players not want to play the game. It's weird.
I do actually have some news that I remember happening.
Okay.
I think it was like last month. But do you remember the game Stanley Parable?
Yeah, I heard
Like
about Stanley Parable.
2013? They released another one where it's like the ultra deluxe version. Whatever,
Oh
it's
shit.
basically Stanley Parable 2. It's so. It, I've seen gameplay of it. It's so fucking funny.
Let me guess. Narrator is like insulting you whenever you just need dumb.
Essentially, yeah. But it's funny. It's
Oh
like
yeah, I don't
you're
doubt it.
going against what the narrator wants you to do, and the narrator's like losing his shit about it.
No, no, you're not supposed to be going that way. Oh man, I want to play Stanley apparently
Stanley
Stanley
Parable.
Parable someday. Like just to see like what the big deal was, because I know that was a game that a lot of YouTubers were playing it, and it was just fun to like see people playing it. Then like the next room, like they're like, oh, I finally got this figured out. And then all of a sudden, they got freaking bamboozled because like the way they um very intelligently made the perspective of a certain object seem like a door when really it's just a freaking piece of board. I'm just like, what the hell? That's crazy. Like just to see that happen in the game. I mean, I know possibilities are like endless when it comes to making games with creating interesting scenarios, but it just still amazes me up to this day. Just thinking like, wow, like this is amazing. And then I look to the other side, and you got these glitches where your character's like flying across the damn room and then like dying instantly, and then you're going into a dark plane of existence that seems like I don't know, you're entering hell or purgatory or whatever, and you're saying like, oh right, I forgot. Some games are just too damn messed up and they just get put out there just for the quick money, cash grab. Not calling out any games right now. I honestly the last clusterfuck I can remember is uh Road to Hell Redemption or Ride to Hell, Road to Redemption, or some shit like that, where you're you're freaking like a biker. Oh man, I don't know if anybody else remembers that, but yeah, some biker where you're trying to like get revenge for your bike gang or something like that, and pretty much it's like a misadventure at this point because
It's
any
not even a game. It's just an experience.
it's a clusterfuck. Yeah, it's a clusterfuck experience. You got like I saw this guy like playing the game. He's trying to take down the bikers in front of him, but then the freaking bikers just kill themselves or they go off the road and all of a sudden they explode. I'm just thinking like, what the hell's going on? Like they're just taking themselves out. Dear Lord, I don't even not talk about the certain scenes in that game. Like I was just thinking, those look like nightmares. But yeah. Other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. Wow. Without tangents, we really do like get our things done.
Nathan is our tangent backstory hero.
Yeah, he's the one that adds the run times to our wait. I don't know what the term is. Like he adds the fat to the runtime. I think that sounds insulting. You know, whatever. I'm making more time with my damn stumblings. I mean, ramblings and such. But moving on. Was there anything you want to say before I start talking about Sacred Stones? I'm gonna try to keep it spoiler free, but yeah.
No, go ahead.
All right, for sure. Okay, so I finally beat in the game. I feel like I actually did talk about Sacred Stones already, but anyways, I'll talk about it again because that game was fucking cool. Sacred Stones was pretty Sacred Stones is a pretty damn interesting game. I it's let's put it this way, it's kind of like how instead of the usual style of Fire Emblem game where oh, you finish one chapter of like doing this whole fight. Okay, you move on to the next chapter. That's it. You finish this fight, you go to the next chapter. You finish this fight, you go on to the next chapter. Oh, this character all of a sudden has like a little mini story they want to do, like a mini chapter. All right, that's a paralogue now. You go deal with that. After you're done with that, now you go into the next chapter. Done. Like pretty simple, straightforward stuff. But sort of like I mean, like Fire Emblem Three Houses. Well, more like doing its own thing, just like Three Houses, because Three Houses where you're going to a monastery, you go talk to your students, you know the hell are your students, you make your students feel uncomfortable with all those gifts. You're getting questioned by one of the students, and they start trying to kick your ass. Yes, that's an actual thing. Oh yeah, probably DLC or something like that. But anyways, then you go training off with your students, finding some random ass soldiers you find in the field before actually getting to the next chapter. Really adds a lot of game time to that sort of game. But for Sacred Stones, it's more of you got this whole map that you're pretty much in. Duh. So yeah, you got this map, and you go to the next chapter by going to where the red flag is at, and that's where you continue progress the story. But after you unlock a couple more, well, I can't say unlock, but after you beat a bit more of the chapters, you got these towns to go to now. But yeah, that's a lot of buts. You got monsters that are in certain towns where if you want to backtrack and such, then you pretty much got to defeat these monsters before getting back to another town. And you're free to restock items like buy iron weapons, buy some more spell books, stuff like that. And I think this takes away the difficulty that some Fire Emblem games are known for, because you are free to pretty much backtrack to areas where you could give your units more time to grind up their experience points. And not forgetting the fact that you don't worry about like saving up your weapons that much, because after you finish a fight, you can instantly go to the shop, um, buy whatever you need, stock up, and then go back and continue the chapter instead of pray to the lords that the next chapter has a shop where you could actually you could actually buy items for units. I think could be pretty essential for you. And Ephraim and Erica, I only played Ephraim's route. I actually find his growth actually pretty interesting. No, I'm just saying like, oh, that's a major growth, but it's interesting to see like, oh, okay, I want to fight for glory and all that. Like, I want to be a real soldier, but over time, like, he starts saying stuff like, I gotta fight for my people. Like, I need to be a leader for the people that believe in me, stuff like that. I found that pretty cool. I loved it. I love that Sacred Stones was also a game where even though it could be somewhat lighthearted, you're forgetting that this is a war, and there's like some very certain moments in this game. Again, I'm gonna reference this scene with this one word, darling. That's all you need to know. If you plan on playing that game when it comes on the Switch, hopefully on the Switch Online, you'll know what I mean, and you'll probably be grossed out as well. And then you got like these villains. You got some really good villains, like some that are very well written. Some are just like evil for the sake of being evil because they're fucking trash. And then you got some that kind of just can't do anything but fight because that's the well written ones, but they just gotta do it for what they believe is right, especially for the people that that leads them that they want to follow. Interesting stuff there. And it's just cool to see, like, just to read, just more like to like know the lore of this world and this installment of Sacred Stones. But hmm, yeah, got the world, got the combat. Combat's not that bad. Pretty easy stuff, honestly. Just be smart. Uh, Geez, I wish I had more to say, but again, it's a Game Boy Advance game. If I were to be saying like I don't know, like going really deep into the music, but honestly, a lot of the Fire Emblem Game Boy Advance games music is pretty catchy. It's just like you may think it's simplistic, but honestly, like games back then could like really evoke like a lot of good moves and such, and a lot of emotions, even with their in quotes simple tunes. Oh, and being the game overall, it was pretty fun. I I'm just glad that I was able to get the paired endings that I at least wanted. I mean, I got friends. I mean, friends, Franz, and Amelia together, and I also had a jeez, who the hell were they? Shit. Well, they weren't shit, but they are the shit. But yeah, my bad. Really should have planned this one map more, but Tiger Stones was a fun game. I find a really cool entry in the Fire Emblem game. At least they were trying to do something. I mean, Fire Emblem series. They wanted to do something different. I appreciated that. Like it's always cool to see like differentiating like into different installments. Not trying to like always be a bit too much of the same. And after we got Fire Emblem three houses, now we're seeing Three Hopes, and that's gonna be a bit of a major change up. Even if it may be considered the whole father installment, but honestly, it's a game that's in the series. It's gonna be a great game, in my opinion, at least.
So is Sacred Stones have a little bit of replayability since you can go and do the other path?
Oh yeah, I mean, you got the other path of Erica, like at least see her side of the story, and also see how some scenes play out differently than Ephraim's, from what I've read. And plus, you also got you got the replayability or just the fun little side stuff overall, where you got this one tower, and then after a certain point in the story, you unlock a forest as well. And what I mean by fun is that, I mean, like side stuff is that if you were to complete the tower and the forest a certain amount of times, you can actually unlock some of the enemies that you defeated in the story. So if you always thought like, oh, I want this character to be on my team, I'll beat this tower a couple times or beat the forest a couple times, and that's it. Like they'll be able to join your team. Makes no sense in the canonical sense, but hey, I mean, shit, that's pretty cool. Like you know,
For you.
yeah, I mean, other than just like kicking ass, but also I find it pretty cool that you would actually get not other than Fire Emblem Heroes where you can only recruit villains when you're playing Fire Emblem Heroes, you're actually able to recruit villains in this game. You know, pretty much the in the quotes official installment of the Fire Emblem series. So yeah, I got plenty of replayability. hmm Any other questions you may have?
How how easy is it to grind money? Because you talk about buying more weapons and stuff. But what if you don't have the money for it? Like how easy is it to obtain more money?
Well, you see, I think if you were very irresponsible, I think that's the only way you could like run out of money fast. But thing is, if you were to make sure that you have at least a thief that will get some chests, and also the fact that some units you recruit could have these like white gems or pretty much these valuable stuff on them, you can actually accumulate a lot of money pretty quickly. And as long as you're able to be smart with how your units attack enemies, and just make sure that they're all doing their part, not just having this one character like use up all the resources in one go. Uh, it usually fine. Like being able to like have a good amount of money to like go back and forward and be getting all these items for yourself. But of course, the the supposedly weaker material way cheap, but the high end kind of weapons, very pricey. But it all depends on how you want to stock your units. And the grinding part, it's not that hard. Honestly, that's where the monsters come in, because the monsters on the map, if you were to revisit them, then that's how you could like, oh, you know what? I don't think my units are powered up enough to like take on this next chapter. I'm gonna go to this map and try to take on these monsters with the weaker units that didn't have much time to shine. And that's how runners do it. And the cool thing is that you also get like, there's a tiny bit of gold. It's still gold, so there's that part too. And yeah, I think even those those enemies, even on that map, could like sometimes lose. I mean, could even drop weapons. So again, really saves you amount of money. All right. Okay, got the thumbs up, and yeah, that's my whole Sacred Stones review. Like that, it was a great game. I loved it. Really made me appreciate. One of the things I love about playing one of the Fire Emblem games from old, it makes me appreciate the characters being in Fire Emblem Heroes now. Like it makes me appreciate like Ephraim and Erica being in the game, and then also it makes me appreciate like not like the lesser known characters, but more like the characters that aren't like the lords and such, like the in quotes high prominence kind of characters. Like it makes me appreciate them a lot more. And yeah, I think that's just the beauty of Fire Emblem overall. Just like so many characters, so much variety. I mean, I know they have an archetype, yeah, archetype or whatever. Like oh, we got the hero. Oh, we gotta defeat some villains. Oh, we defeated the supposedly main villain, but now we got to defeat the dragon at the end because there's always a fucking dragon in Fire Emblem. Because why not? Unless it's three hopes, then you got well, other than the dragon, you got oh wait, this is spoilers. A powered up super being that lost their humanity, and then you got a dusty old bastard. So yeah, there you go. That's pretty much yeah, that's pretty much the variety you can get. Unless there's also one Fire Emblem game where you fight a god, but that's kind of like normal for any Fire Emblem game, I think, at this point. Uh,
It's not an RPG unless you battle God sometime.
Honestly, it's gonna be so weird. I mean, and then you got Bayonetta. I gotta talk about that game eventually in a different episode. But that game was amazing. It's like you're fighting angels and gods. Well, not fighting gods, but like you're fighting fucking angels. And those, I love how Bible accurate the angels are. If you don't know like the Bible that much, let me just explain it to you. The angels are not supposed to look beautiful. They're supposed to look terrifying as fuck. They're supposed to scare the living shit out of you. But the reason they look terrifying as fuck is because they're supposed to scare demons. So there you go. So like you ever to see a demon, I mean, ever to see an angel and like you're freaking out, that motherfucker will still tell you, "Do not be afraid. I'm here to protect you." And I'm like, "No, bitch, you look scary as shit. I'm running away."
I take my chances with the thing that's not scary looking.
How dog? Why does that demon look more handsome than you? What the fuck's going on here? It's just it's just funny like that. But again, yeah, again, I'll have to talk more about Bayonetta another time. Sacred Stones, if you see on Switch Online, if hopefully it does, and you have Switch Online, then hey, try it out. I recommend it.
What would you rate it?
Ooh, good question.
Out of 10, 10 being the highest.
Oh yeah, I mean it's gonna be weird. Like you try to, I mean it's not gonna be weird. You try to make it like a Strasha 7076 kind of joke, saying like, oh, we rated 1 out of 76, and I'm like, I get it. Get what you're doing there. No, ooh. Honestly, I enjoy the game. I would give it like a 7 to 8 out of 10, maybe a 7.5 out of 10. It's not like doing something too much from like the usual Fire Emblem archetype, but I love that there was like a lot more focus on. Okay, it sucks at the fucking war. The war that started is kind of like not something that anybody was expecting, and it's also saying like, shit, this friendship was something that was supposed to be very important. I'm not trying to say too much spoilers talk, but this friendship was supposed to be very important, but for someone to like try to do the best they could in the situation they feel they had to do something very desperate and end up losing their humanity. Wait, am I talking about fucking Fire Emblem Three Houses? What the fuck? That's the weird thing about revisiting some of the Fire Emblem games. You're just thinking like, wait a minute, this sounds very familiar. I'm just thinking like, oh, well, I guess we kind of got the repeated stuff, but in different ways. So I mean, it's like been there, done that. But I'm gonna love the Fire Emblem games either way. But yeah, 7.5 out of 10. That's my rating. Like I recommend it. Like try it out. I mean, it's very enjoyable. I love it. Any last words you want to say, Mason, before we close off the turn off the episode? Well, whatever the hell. I don't know.
Follow our Twitter. We're cool as shit.
Yeah, we're cool as shit. We're hot as fuck. We're
I don't know about that part.
well,
High.
excuse me. I'm just trying to like hype us up after you hype us up.
I thought you said high, like drugs. High.
No, 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 no. I said hot as
They
fuck.
said we're high as fuck. I'm like, wait, what?
Okay, I got funny little quick story. I back when I used to be friends with this one dude, he would tell me or just randomly out one day, he's like, Alex, talking to you is like fuck take like an acid trip. I'm just like, the fuck you mean? And I was, and I was like, wait a minute, you don't even do drugs, so what are you even talking about? I was like, still though, it's just you're very fucking random, dude. Like you just talk about the most random shit. Like sometimes you just go on these long tangents or sometimes you say the weirdest jokes ever. I'm just thinking like I'm not sure to be insulted or complimented. I'll just take both. But
I'm insulted by your compliment.
yeah, yeah, there we go. No, like, oh, okay, say something nice about me, you sick bastard. But no, hot as fuck, not high as fuck. In California, it's gonna be really hot as fuck over here, so I'm gonna be doing the hot part, just not the desired kind of hot. So yeah.
It's supposed to be like 80 to 90 all week here.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be that way.
I want the
It be
winter
like
though.
that sometimes. It's gonna be 99 on a Saturday. What kind of sick fuck lets that happen?
No
God.
wonder it's always on fire over there.
Dude, I mean, it's so weird to like see your state like being a constant bit of news. It's just saying like, fuck, what the hell is every other state doing? And then I'm just like, at least we're not Texas. Again, for our Texas listeners, we do not mean that personally. We just fucking hate how abortion is like being billed like that. Like we support women.
Wait, what?
And, at least the smart Texans will know like we don't mean that personally. We just mean that it sucks what how your state is treating the ladies. But yeah, just follow us on Twitter if you like. Follow us on Instagram. We got that too. Can't say follow us on Facebook because apparently they're gonna be closing off Facebook podcasts on Facebook. So I was like, never mind then. I don't even touch that shit. Um, other than that, follow us for more random gaming news, I guess. Weird tangents and just more general nonsense, I guess. Like if you enjoy us this far, I mean, if this is your first time, hey, welcome to the show. I'm hopefully you enjoy it. And if you're a returning listener, thank you for just showing up and listening and just hearing us because it really means a lot. I mean, not many people, it's not often you can say, like, oh, yeah, about like 7 people like will listen to me talk for like about an hour or two. So that's really rad. All right, bye.
Leave a review. Let us know if there's anything you want to hear. Anything we can improve on.
Yeah, yeah, good point. I got so used to like not getting to us not getting a review. I'm just thinking, well, what's the point of adding that part? Yeah, like in a review, if you want, ask us a question or uh ask a question or make a recommendation of what you would like to hear us talk about, or maybe a game for us to check out. At least one of us. I mean, there's 3 of us. We could try to make it possible. One of us owns a PlayStation. One of us owns an Xbox. One of us owns a PC. So we're very powered up. But yeah, folks, thank you again for listening. And we, for the downs in time, we appreciate it. And have a great week. Goodbye, everybody.